y'all. Joker back. Before we get started, I want to make sure y'all do the thing, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment as we about to get into it. I want to make this video just to first and foremost, man, just to get a response out in regards to Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and the Breakfast Club. I forget the other young lady's name, who's taking over for Just Hilarious. But I had to respond to their interview today. I might drop the link in the comments so y'all can go watch that. I'm sorry, I might drop it in the description. But yeah, basically, Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club and them, they referenced Pierce Morgan's video today as far as him apologizing, and they did not mention Jaguar Wright. Um, Sorry, we got a scam likely call. We ain't answering no scam likelies. Um, they did not mention Jaguar Wright, and I wonder why they didn't mention it. Whether it's ties to Jay-Z or they just don't like her. I'm trying to think if Jaguar ever said anything bad about Charlamagne and Envy. I mean, I'm sure she probably did. But they didn't want to mention her by name. They want to say an individual came on Pierce Morgan's show, made some accusations about Jay-Z, about Beyonce, and that Pierce Morgan went on there to apologize. So the gist of the conversation was basically that hey, Pierce Morgan apologizing, Jay-Z reaching out, his attorneys reaching out and threatening lawsuits. Charlamagne was saying that makes sense for a big company. That makes sense for Jay-Z and Beyonce to respond to a big company because they're somebody to sue. Uh, Charlamagne had made the comment that you can't sue YouTube, you can't sue TikTok. I mean, you can really sue anybody. You can sue anybody. You can sue YouTube. You can sue Google. You can sue TikTok. You can sue Facebook. And then they got to do things to get it right. But I think what they were saying is that hey, that people who are covering content and then again they were talking about Jaguar Wright the whole time. I don't know why they didn't want to mention her name, but they were talking about Jaguar Wright. People who don't choose to sue Jaguar Wright, as you know, Charlamagne stated, he hears things about, oh, why haven't I got sued yet? He said, well, you're not worth suing. It takes a lot of money to sue, which he is correct. It does take a lot of money to call your lawyer and say, hey, I want to go ahead and sue this person. In order for a lawyer to even write a letter or go through the letter and get a letter looked at to send out for any legal action, lawyers normally charge by the hour. And when you get to celebrity status, when they know you're at the level of a billionaire or Jay-Z or anything of that nature, they can charge anywhere between, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 an hour. And they can rack up their own, itemized bills saying, hey, it took us, 17 hours to write this letter and go over, make sure it's clear and go over with our team. And now they're charging you 17 hours where you're spending $50,000 just to send out a letter. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to throw money away like that. And plus, it also, just to even get involved, it kind of gets a little crazy. So, yes, they're right. Jaguar, real life productions may not be, at a level to where you want to take time and say, I'm going to spend this much money to sue them. But as Charlamagne stated, no, you could always sue YouTube. You could always sue TikTok. There is such thing as freedom of speech, but there also are laws like defamation and things of that nature. To where if someone says something that is not true or defaming of character, you could sue for that. But you have to be clear on how you sue. So people wonder, hey, real life have, no lawyers have contacted us in regards to our interviews. Whether, things are true or false, I don't know. But what I do know is that if you word something and a lawyer looks at it, it may be worded in a sense that, man, we can't really attack that. Can we attack an opinion? You're allowed to have an opinion. Can it be defamation? Yes. But if you word it in a sense where you're not using full names, you're using pseudonyms, you're using first names only or Mr. last name, technically you could be talking about anybody. So it's all about context. So a lawyer has to look at something and say, do we have the context to file any type of legal action? And then again, yes, it does take some money to do so afterwards. So I believe some lawyers will look at it and say, hey, there's no point to go after this. Man, the way it was said, it wasn't said in the sense that, another lawyer could look back at this and, really spin it. So it's just muddy waters. It's just muddy waters. So with that being said, all I say is that I wish that Charlamagne and DJ Envy and I forget the young lady's name. I apologize. I'm gonna call her Clarissa. I guess I don't know her name. I wish they would have just mentioned Jaguar's name, man. Give us a little look, man. Give us a little shout out, man. God dang it, say Jaguar Wright. Is that's who you're talking about? She needs to be heard. Her name needs to be said on the Breakfast Club because Pierce Morgan said it. So for y'all not to say it is kind of disrespectful, and I feel away. I feel a whole lot of way. So Charlamagne, if you see this, man, I do feel away, and you should have said Jaguar Wright's name so we can get them numbers up, boy. With that being said, no. If anything she says is untrue, you know what I'm saying? We don't condone anything that is untrue. Like I tell people, we don't know what is true or not. We do the interview, we ask the questions. Do we dig deep to try to find out exactly what someone's saying is true or not? That's not really, we're not journalists, we're just content creators. And people say, oh, y'all need journalistic integrity. It's not a journalistic integrity to not do this. You're going against the journalistic rules. Man, we didn't go to school to be journalists, man. We're just sitting talking the same way you would play Call of Duty and be talking to your friends and say something. You don't got journalistic integrity if you're just talking about gossip and rumors of what happened on TMZ today. That's how we play it, man. We don't really quite know what's going on. And those who we bring on the couch who do know what's going on, man, more power to them. We don't question their truth, as I hope no one will question ours and things of that nature. We just don't get too far into it. They say something, we might be like, whoa, that's crazy. And then we move on to the next topic. So with that being said, shout out to the Breakfast Club for even bringing it up. Pierce Morgan wanted to apologize. That's up to him. And I'm not going to lie. If Jay-Z's people reached out to us, we would want Jay-Z to reach out directly. Jay-Z, you hit us directly. And we'll open up that line of communication with you. So that's all I got to say about that, man. I just wanted to give a quick my quick thoughts on that. That happened this morning. I'm going to put the link in the description, and I'll pin it in the comments. So take a look at it, give me your thoughts on it, and we'll rock from there. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and do all that.